didn't make a video last week and I have anxiety about it, and I want to talk a little bit about why I shouldn't. If it fits! Hello everybody, I hope that you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving last week with lots of food and family and fun. I know I did. I had so much fun that I did not make a video. I wanted to, I meant to get it done early in the week, but that did not happen. I actually didn't do any work on Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. That's not entirely true because I wake up between 4 and 5 a.m. and I did do work then, but I didn't do any work when my family was awake, so count it. So I spent those 3 days just eating and spending time with the family and decorating for Christmas. Christmas. I love Christmas. I love decorating for Christmas, but like I said at the top of this video, I got a little bit of anxiety because I wasn't getting video out. Part of the reason for that, I think I've talked about this before, but I am a person who, when I set goals for myself, I like to completely fulfill those goals. I like to stick to them, or at the very least, I get very angry with myself when I am not consistent with them, which in the past has led to me not picking it back up again when I do get off track. This is an especially big problem when it comes to working out. I fell out of my routine in July because I had the flu or something, and it is December now, and I still haven't really gotten back into my routine fully. But that's not really what I want to talk about this week. What I want to talk about is something a little tangential to that. I recently saw an article on LinkedIn, yes, LinkedIn, about how to better optimize your sleep. And that, to me, was just, don't get me wrong, good quality sleep is super important, but the idea of optimizing it to get, I don't know, better results from your sleep, just... It's super scary to me that that is a thing. And maybe it's just within my echo chamber, and I'm probably overly generalizing, but I think as a society, we've gotten too into optimizing every aspect of our life and making everything incredibly efficient. I know that I am 100% guilty of this. I talked about my planner the other week. I also have this whiteboard next to my desk, just a list of things that I want to accomplish before the end of the year. And if every one of my waking hours isn't about doing something to check off boxes on that list, I start to get stressed and I feel like the day is a failure. And that's something I want to change. And so I just want to share with you some of the things that I am doing, planning on kind of implementing more into my life to try and unoptimize it just a little bit. Number one, and I think one of the most important things when you're working with a creative industry, is recognizing that some of your best ideas, and I might even argue that all of your best ideas, are going to come when you're not thinking about the work. Having spent those 3 days just watching the Thanksgiving parade, putting up my Christmas lights, and cleaning up the house, Sunday was probably the most productive day, the fastest I've gotten anything done in a really long time. And I genuinely think that I spent that time not thinking about the work that I needed to get done. I wasn't forcing things, and things were able to kind of gestate more. Everyone talks about getting their best ideas in the shower, and it's become such a cliche because it is so true for so many people. And it just can be so important to not only recognize it, but believe it. Believe it! It's counterintuitive. It's so tempting when you're feeling stuck or kind of overwhelmed by how much you have to do, that if you just kind of double down and work harder and longer, that you'll get more done. When in reality, sometimes the best thing you can do is to just let it go for an hour or a day or a week. But you have to really make sure that you're going to come back to it and complete it. And something that can help that is number 2. Don't rationalize giving up and don't beat yourself up. I think even last year, it would have been easy for me to say, oh, well, no one's watching these anyway, so I might as well just stop doing them. And that's just trying to give myself an excuse to quit. And that is not something I want to do. Needing a break from the work isn't a reason to quit the work, because ultimately for me, the number one thing about this is I enjoy doing it. And finally, number 3, and might sound like the weird one, is schedule it. Schedule your free time. I think maybe the worst thing that could possibly happen is to just stumble into the free time, because then you end up sitting on the couch watching Netflix. Maybe you're on your phone, having free time where you know, okay, this day I plan on not even thinking about any of the projects I'm working on. I find when I stumble into free time, stumbling into free time is really just... Stumbling into free time can really be a bigger waste of time than planning it out. And that doesn't mean you have to plan it out a month in advance. If you are feeling overwhelmed and stressed out, you could say, okay, I'm taking the next day off. I'm gonna just focus on my family. I'm gonna hang out. I'm gonna watch something that I've been meaning to watch. I'm gonna take the time to relax and rejuvenate my brain. But go into it knowingly, because you don't want to sit and stress about the work you're not doing when you're supposed to be relaxing, because that's not going to help, because all you're doing is holding on to the stress you have while you're working and also not getting anything done. And I guess this is a long way to say, or a number 3B would be to just recognize in yourself how you're feeling. Always check in with how you're doing, your stress levels, if you're getting enough sleep. I like to check in every morning with just how I'm feeling about the day, how I felt about the day before, just so I know where my head's at, the conscious decision to get the work done or to take the break if I need it. I hope that helps you. It's something that I am going to try to be more cognizant of, because I truly, genuinely believe that you will be more productive taking that free time, taking that time to de-stress and just focus on food and family and fun. Yay, Christmas! Speaking of Christmas, on Monday we shot 85% of our next short film, which is an If It Fits Christmas. It's going to be interesting. I've started the cut. It looks good. I think it's going to be funny. I hope you think so. We're going to have a song. I think we're going to be recording the song this weekend. That's right, you heard right. A song I'm writing with Greg Kinnear. Just a good old-fashioned Christmas tune. I think we're going to release, if we can get it done, the song first, and hopefully that'll be on Spotify, iTunes. We'll probably release it on the YouTube channel, and I'm thinking maybe the week before the actual short, and I think the short is going to premiere either the 22nd or the 23rd, right before Christmas Eve, so you have a little bit of time to enjoy. And if it fits Christmas, and if it fits Miss. Thanks, Jake Young Rules. Links in the description. So get ready for that. Subscribe to the channel. Go follow the social things if you haven't already. If you haven't, what's wrong with you? And I will see you next week.